things that would be important for people to understand is the way that all the different parts come together. I mean, the fact that the wine goes with our food that we have here, the views go with sitting out looking at the place. You add then the luxury of the villas. And people like the whole idea that you come here, you enjoy the wine, you enjoy the dinner, and then not have to drive. You just zip right down to where the houses are, and you sit down on the porch, or you listen to the sounds of the evening. In 1990, my wife and I decided it was time to get away from the city for weekends. So we looked around, finally we found this place. We can go back and forth between here and the city of St. Louis. It's an easy drive. It's a beautiful drive, actually. And then in 1992, we planted our first grapes. And so for the next maybe 6 years, I was devoting myself to learning this, and we were putting in more and more grapes. And so in 2001, I hired my first winemaker. He made all this wine. And all of a sudden we had to say, what are we going to do with this wine? And so we decided we'd have to make a place to sell it. And so we built the building that we're in now, as a matter of fact. Grapes themselves here are very happy in the soil that we provide for them. One thing that grapes do not like is wet feet. And so the soil around here has a lot of rock in it, so it dries out very quickly. And that's a very important part to the growing of grapes in this area. We say that the wine is made in the vineyard, not in the winery, because that really is when the fine part is done. We've won a lot of awards over the years, and just in this last month, we won a gold medal on one of our wines and a silver medal on another one. That's in all of the state of Missouri. And so that has been a big draw, certainly. Then we have the food, and we have a very special executive chef here who has been doing this for many, many years and brings some real wonderful talent to this. A year ago in a month, I got an email from USA Today saying, our team of experts has nominated Chaumette to participate in the competition for the 10 best winery restaurants in the United States. Congratulations. You are #1 in the United States. My executive chef, his feet were not even touching the ground. He was so excited about that. And the rest of the story is, it happened again this year, that it was the second year of being first in the United States. So that's a huge thing. I mean, people come and tell me how wonderful the dinner was. The question came up, of course, when we started building, what are the buildings going to look like? Well, we're here in Ste Genevieve County, and in Ste Genevieve, it was a French town. It was settled in 1750, and so we wanted to be as accurate as we could, and so all the buildings here that where people stay are replicated of buildings from the French time. All the furniture is handmade for this. It's not a matter of going to the store and buying the stuff that's there. This is all a very carefully thought out kind of thing. One of the things that has been very helpful for us is that we have places for employees to live and to spend their time. The couple that are managing the vineyards have a house that we built right on this property. The person that's the general manager has a really neat 2-story apartment We also have places for people that are hourly workers. It's easier to find people when they can be on premises. Well, we have a wedding barn here, only it didn't start life as a wedding barn. It started life as a place for horses. And then all of a sudden the phone started to ring and people said, "Do you have a wedding barn?" And we thought, that building could be the place. And we could change this a little bit and this a little bit and this a little bit, and we could be in business for that. Late spring, we opened up, and by gosh, it was very, very active part of our business. There's so many views from all over this place. We were so lucky to have that, and people talk about that, but also they talk about the food. They say, well, wait a minute, how can you be doing all of this? But we do everything here. And so that's a big part of it. And then, of course, having the wine right here, being able to see where it's made, and people come a day in advance sometimes just so they can walk around here and go on our hiking trails. It's been a very good part of our business. Listening to the people that come here, and they tell me how much they enjoy being here. It's wonderful. I mean, I take my strength, I think, from this kind of stuff. And sometimes when I'm just by myself here and I'll go up to have dinner, people come up to my table and they say, "We want to tell you something about the villas and how nice they are and how happy they are." And then they talk about the views, and the wine is so different from anybody else. They go on, and I just suck it up. I mean, certainly it's nice to hear when you put all of the time and effort and focus in that you have done, but it would be that way for anyone, or the way someone would add stuff. I'm looking for someone to take this to the next step. I would do it myself if I was younger.